She says, watch out for the giant boxing glove. Oh,
Hey,
dear.
you let me head off then. Oh, me bionic arm. There you go. Just goes to show that you never really know who or what you work with. There'll be more Confrontation Street next week. But right now, here's brand new Horrible Histories Gory Games. Ooh,
If mummies, rats and fleas ain't your thing, and you don't like the sound of an exploding king, if you're easily scared and don't laugh at poo, you better turn off, this show ain't for you. Still watching? Then let's test your brains with Horrible Histories Gory Games. Horrible Histories Gory Games.
Hello and welcome to Gory Games. I'm Dave Lamb.
And I'm Rattish OBE.
You haven't got an OBE.
Yes, I have.
What, the Queen has given you an Order of the British Empire, has she?
No, it's a rat OBE. It stands for Order of the Stinky Sock.
Well, that would be an OSS, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but rats can't spell. Can't do everything, you know. I'm already talking.
This is the show where you get to test your knowledge of horrible histories by taking part in the most quirky quizzes and gory games imaginable. But before we can do that, we need some horrible historians. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Phoebe. Hi, I'm Andrew. Hi, I'm Maisie.
Welcome, everybody.
Dave.
What?
Dave.
What?
Dave.
What?
Can we do a little warm-up game I came up with last night? It's a Georgian taste test.
Oh, let me guess. What's it going to be? Rotting fish pate, monkey brains, dung burgers?
No, biscuits. It's time to play Guess the Biscuit.
OK.
To win this game, our contestants simply have to pick out which of the biscuits is a genuine Georgian recipe. One of the plates has your classic chocolate bourbon, another has plain old digestives, but only one has a genuine Georgian ship's biscuit as eaten by the British Navy. Stale as anything and absolutely riddled with weevils and maggots.
No.
Right then, you lot, blindfolds on and let's get tasting.
No, stop. No one is eating those. You'll give them all food poisoning.
No, I tested them.
Yes, but you rats can eat any old rubbish.
No, I tested them on you. Remember at the cinema last night when I offered you one of my biscuits?
Oh. Excuse me. Someone fetch me a bucket.
I think he remembers.
Right. Phoebe, Andrew and Maisie, you are playing to win year spheres. Each year sphere contains a historical date, and at the end of the show, your year spheres will be added together with AD dates being added to your total and BC dates being subtracted from it. So, if these were your year spheres, for example, your total would be, Rattus?
I want to say 8.
Please don't, because it's 735.
That was going to be my next guess.
Good. At the end of the show, the person with the highest year score will win a prize to take home and keep.
That's right, and I picked it out my very self.
Although you probably don't want to know what he picked it out of. Right, let's get cracking, and to find out what this round's about, it's over to the gory grid.
It's the measly Middle Ages.
The person who gets the most right wins the first year sphere. And your 4 Middle Ages topics are cures, tournaments, entertainment, and monks. So, Phoebe, you get to pick first in this round. What topic would you like?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. And that is a prop question.
That's what that's for.
This is a jester's hat. Henry II's favourite jester was Roland the what? Was it A, the farter, B, the burper, or C, the puker? Let's see your answers now, please. And you've all gone for A, and I can tell you that you are all right. The answer was Roland the farter. Well done, everybody.
No prizes for guessing his act.
He's got a point. King Henry II liked him so much that he gave Roland the farter some land. Not sure where, presumably somewhere windy.
That's very good.
Oh, thanks very much.
Somewhere windy.
Thanks very much.
I'll shut
Excellent.
up.
Good. Andrew, your turn to choose a topic.
Tournaments.
Tournaments. Excellent choice.
Which of these was not one of the rules of knightly chivalry? A, always go to church. B, defend the poor. Or C, be nice to ladies?
Well, interesting. Andrew and Phoebe agreeing with B. Maisie going on her own with A. Let's see who is right.
The answer is B. Defend the poor. And quite right, too. Knights should be too busy being nice to ladies to have time to defend the poor.
Absolutely, I agree with that. One behind Maisie, but plenty of time to catch up, and it's your turn to pick a topic.
I'll go with monks.
Monks.
What did the monks at Greyfriars Monastery in London see every morning when they left the monastery? A. Dead criminals who'd been hung up to rot. B. Piles of animal guts. Or C. Women fighting each other for money.
OK, you've all gone for A, all in total agreement. Let's find out if you're all right or all wrong.
The answer is B. Piles of animal guts. Yuck! Disgusting.
Wow, yes, the town butchers in London used to dump all the unwanted animal meat outside the monastery.
Delivery for Mr. Rat!
Well, that leaves the scores unchanged, and there's just one topic left in this round. That topic is cures. Let's hear the question now.
A Middle Ages cure for skin disease was to cover the sore spot with A, the skin of a wolf, B, mashed cow's udder, or C, squirrel's tails.
Very good. So the girls agreeing on B. Andrew out on his own with A. Let's hear what the answer is.
A, the skin of a wolf. We believed you just place it on the affected area and the skin disease then attacks the wolf's skin instead of your own skin. It's quite ingenious when you think about it.
And it's utter nonsense. So, Andrew, you've won the quiz. Time to choose your year sphere.
Oh, ice cream! Ice cream! Anybody like lovely ice cream? It's not really ice cream, Andrew. It's year spheres, worth far more. Come and choose one. Whichever one you like, not the vanilla one.
But be warned, one of those could contain a Stone Age date worth a few million minus points.
Good choice. Or maybe not. Wait and see, wait and see.
So, winning the quiz means Andrew is automatically through to play the Middle Ages game, but will he be alone, or will everyone get to play? It's a single-player silly game. So, Andrew, get down that time sewer with you. Head first. Let me take you back to the 1400s, to the court of King Louis XI of France. The king has just taken delivery of an original new musical instrument. It's time to play the
Pig piano!
The instrument consisted of pigs of different sizes and a keyboard. Play a key and a little spike would prick a piggy and make it squeal. The larger the pig, the deeper the squeal. Your challenge is to listen to and repeat a sequence of piggy squeals. The sequence will get one squeal longer each time. Correctly repeat 9 squeals within the time limit to win a year sphere. Get one note wrong and you're out. So don't. No, really, don't. Let's get squealing. So here we go then with Pig Piano. Andrew must follow the sequence of squeals caused, of course, by a spike going up a pig's bottom. What do you think of that, Ratters?
It's funny, Dave.
He's got that first one right, so he's off and running. So, 4 squeaks to follow this time. Here he goes. Lovely. Terrific stuff. Terrific stuff. Squeals remembered in the correct order. Here we go again. I love the way their mouths open. Oh, there's a little fart there from the tiny pig there. He didn't let it upset him, though. He did extremely well to remember that. Oh, another one goes at the end there. Here he goes on sequence 4 then. Oh, no, he's got it wrong. Oh, he's been caught in the face by a shaft of poo. That is awful, awful for Andrew. He's got poo on his shirt, he's got poo on his head, but he's still smiling. What a trooper. Welcome back, Andrew. Thankfully, completely cleaned up, I noticed.
Yes.
Very well done. Bad luck, you didn't quite manage the task, but you did get covered in poo.
Yes.
How did that feel?
Icky.
Icky. I think that's how it looked, to be honest. Excellent. Yes, the pig piano is without doubt the sickest instrument in history.
What about the ink and drums made out of the enemy's skin?
All right, it's the second sickest instrument in history.
Or the Incan flutes made out of enemy bones.
The third sickest instrument in history.
Or the Aztec...
The pig piano is without doubt one of the sicker instruments from history, OK?
Agreed.
Good. On to round 2, then. And to find out who's up next, it's over to the gory grid.
It's the Rotten Romans.
Here are your 4 Roman topics. Cures, gladiators, emperors and food. So, Andrew, it's your turn to pick a topic first.
Emperors.
Emperors it is.
Emperor Elagabalus had an unusual hobby. What did he have a huge collection of? A. Cobwebs, B. Toenails, or C. Belly button fluff?
Let's hear your answers now, please. Andrew and Maisie going for B, Phoebe on her own with A. Let's hear what the answer is.
A. Cobwebs. Emperor Elagabalus collected them by the ton.
So, there were no flies on him?
Don't laugh, you'll only encourage him. OK, Maisie, it's your turn to pick a topic.
Food.
Food.
We Romans loved eating snails, but how did we fatten them up to make them juicy for eating? Did we keep them in a bowl of A. Chopped cabbage, B. Mouse brains, or C. Animal blood?
A complete spread of answers. Complete disagreement. Let's see who's right.
The answer is C. Animal blood. Sometimes we fatten them in milk, but blood really improves their flavour. Yummy.
Oh, yummy indeed. Snails in blood. I must try that.
Ugh. Phoebe, it's your turn to pick a topic.
Gladiators.
Gladiators.
Here comes your question, ready or not. Roman gladiators fought in an arena. The Latin word arena actually means sand. But why was there sand in the arena? A, to soak up all the blood. B, so it was soft for fighters to fall on. Or C, because grass was expensive.
So the girls in agreement with A, Andrew on his own with C. Let's find out who's right.
Right then, the answer is A, to soak up all the blood.
It also works, of course, as a kitty litter for all the big cats.
Oh, big cat! Where's the big cat? Oh!
You can come back, Ratters. There are no big cats, I promise. There we go, halfway. That'll do. The girls are tying at 2 apiece with just 1 question left in this round on cures. And it's a question from Rattus.
Thank you. A Roman cure for snake bite involved putting what on the bite? Was it A, chicken droppings, B, pig droppings, or C, horse droppings?
Again, a complete spread of answers, so we know someone's right. Rattus, what's the answer?
The answer, Dave, is B, pig droppings. Well, obviously it is. I mean, putting chicken or horse droppings on it, that would just be crazy.
It would be. So, Phoebe, that means that you have won yourself your first year sphere. Congratulations. Pick it for us now. Did that one felt like it had a good aura about it? Didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, lovely. OK, Phoebe, you're through to play the Roman game. But will you be playing alone, or will everyone get to play? It's an all-play gory game, so that means it's off down the time sewer with all of you. Lead off, Maisie. Ooh, head first. Go on, Andrew. And there goes Phoebe. Romans were big old bullies, and when they wanted to conquer a city, they used some pretty ruthless methods. It's time to play
Savage Siege.
Romans would use catapults to fire all sorts of awful things. Rocks, beehives, even the severed heads of captured defenders. Your challenge is to fire as many missiles into your fortress target as possible. The person who gets the most in the time limit wins the year sphere. So, catapults at the ready in 3, 2, 1. So here we go then with Savage Siege, and I noticed, Ratters, they've all gone for a stone straight away.
They certainly have. They're between a rock and a hard place on this game, Dave.
Yeah, well, Maisie's landed her first stone, so that was a tremendous selection from her. It's not working for the others, though. Some of those are going way, way over the top, aren't they? Look at there's Maisie. She's got a second stone. The stones are working for Maisie.
I do hope these catapults are made out of real cat.
Well, I have to say that is not the opinion of this programme. Horrible Histories Gory Games has nothing against cats, unlike my colleague here.
Yeah, well, quite right.
So, a first stone landed there by Andrew. Lovely to see. And Phoebe as well. So they're getting the measure of the stones. Maisie got it straight off. The other two are picking up on it. And they're picking up on it nicely because Phoebe is now level with Maisie. She's actually in the lead. She takes the lead there. And look at that. Andrew up with Maisie as well. So it's all change here, apart from what they're throwing. That remains the same. Everybody throwing rocks. And as I say that, Maisie selects the first head. Let's see how this flies. Well, that's why they haven't chosen heads. It just doesn't work for them. That trajectory was too flat. If they need to loop it more as Andrew takes the lead now. On to 4 points. Now, Maisie's trying everything now. That hive went off at right angles. We won't be finding that again, I don't think. She's gone back to the rocks. Very sensible, Maisie. Very sensible indeed.
30 seconds remaining.
My disembodied colleague informs me there are 30 seconds remaining, and this is very, very close. This could go right down to the wire as Andrew lines up another head, and that could be a significant lead. He takes a 2-point lead now. That could be absolutely crucial as Maisie fires a beehive into the middle of next week. You can't get the direction on them, that's the trouble. And she recovers nicely with a head, and so too does Phoebe. Oh, but Andrew responds in the only way he knows how. He re-establishes his 2-point lead, and we're very close to the end. In fact, there is the hooter. Andrew's done it by 2 clear points. Well done. Welcome back. Well played, everyone. That looked fantastic. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
It was good, wasn't it? Well, I can tell you, the winner of the year sphere with 6 was Andrew. Collect it for us now, please. There we go. Your second year sphere there. Roman catapults were powered using tightly twisted ropes, and sometimes when they ran out of rope, they actually used women's hair.
To be fair, Dave, they did cut it off the woman first.
Yes, obviously.
You know, rat hair has loads of uses as well.
Oh, such as?
Well, mud collecting, grease absorbing, bin scouring, affordable flea housing. I could go on.
Please don't. Let's just get over to the gory grid, shall we, to find out what's up next.
It's the terrible Tudors.
Here are your all-important Tudor topics. Anne Boleyn, sport, dodgy diets, and holidays. Maisie, it's your turn to get first pick this round.
I'm gonna go with dodgy diets.
Dodgy diets. And that is a question from Mr. Rattus.
True or false? Queen Elizabeth once ate a chessboard.
Let's see your answers now, then, please. Oh, interesting. Andrew and Maisie going for false, but Phoebe thinks that's true. Which is it, Rattus?
It's true! Although, to be fair, the chessboard was made of marzipan.
Yes, tricky question, that one. Tricky.
Yeah, Elizabeth had something of a sweet tooth, though much like the rest of her teeth, her sweet tooth fell out from eating too many sweets.
Phoebe, it's your turn to choose a topic.
Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn.
True or false? Anne Boleyn made a joke before her head got chopped off.
Interesting. The girl's going for true. Andrew thinks that's false. Let's find out who's right.
It's true. She said she had a little neck, so it would be easy to chop off. Marvellous. Good girl. Cracking one-liner. Wish I'd been there to hear it myself.
So, there we go. Another point each to the girls. That means that Phoebe's in the lead with 2 in this round. Maisie on 1. Andrew yet to score. But there's 2 questions remaining. And Andrew, it is your turn to pick a topic.
Sport, please.
Sport.
True or false? I once wrestled King Francis I of France. I was taller and heavier, so I made mincemeat out of him.
Excellent. Phoebe and Andrew going with false. Maisie thinks that's true. Which is it?
It's false. I lost. Francis I won by tripping me over, lousy cheat. And anyone who thinks it's funny can have an appointment with my executioner.
I don't think it was very funny. Did you, Rattus?
No.
No. And despite the fact that we've got 1 question left in this round, looking at the score, I see that Phoebe cannot be caught. She has a lead of 2 points. So, Phoebe, help yourself to another year sphere. So, Phoebe, as the quiz winner, is through to play the Tudor game. But will it be just Phoebe, or will the others get to play too? Let's find out. It's a single-player brainy game. Phoebe, it's just you. Get down that time sewer, please. It's time to play
Crazy Cures.
7 Tudor sickness cures. 2 of them totally made up. Your challenge to work out which 5 are real. Choose 5 cures and move them to the real board, then touch the severed Tudor head to find out how many you've got right. Keep trying new combinations of names until you've got all 5, but you've got to be quick, you're against the clock. And the clock starts ticking now. So here we go with the Tudor Cure name game. Let's see what's going to be first up there. What does Phoebe think?
Oh, no, complete change of mind there, Dave.
Oh, very early to be changing your mind. So, apply leeches goes up. I think we can safely say that might be correct, can't we, Rattus?
We certainly can, Dave.
Wear the skin of a donkey. Not sure what you'd do that for. Maybe a bit of sunburn, perhaps. Drink cat's blood. That's not going to make you feel very well, I wouldn't have thought, but she's
I'm
put it
all
up
in
there.
favour of that.
Swallowing frogs has gone up, and hug a rat.
You have 4 right.
So, one of those was wrong, and I must say, I have hugged a rat, Rattus, as you well know, and it certainly didn't make me feel any better.
Aye.
So, she's replaced that one with drink tea.
You have 4 right.
Oh, drink tea's not right either. So, by a process of elimination, there we go. She's onto this, I think. I think this is it.
You have all 5
That final
right.
press on the Tudor woman's decapitated skull tells us that Phoebe has won the name game. Welcome back, Phoebe. Help yourself to another year sphere. Tremendous effort. Did you know those answers?
A few of them I think I knew from Horrible Histories, but I guessed most of them.
Well, it was very good guesswork in that case, because you did extremely well. Superb effort. There was no tea in Tudor Britain, as you correctly guessed. It only arrived on these shores in Stuart times, and hug a rat was, of course, completely made up. Even in Tudor times, they knew you should never hug a wild rat. You don't know what you might catch.
Hang on.
Time now for the final round. It's over to the gory grid one last time to find out who we've got.
It's the vile Victorians. Good day.
No quirky quiz in our final round. Straight to our big all-play game, and have we got a scary one for you. Everyone, get down that time sewer once again. And they were gone. Horrible but true. Some criminals used to steal dead bodies and sell them to surgeons who would experiment on them to learn more about how the human body works. It's time to play
Grave Robbers.
your challenge to steal 3 bodies from the graveyard, get them through the railings, onto the carts, find the key to the cemetery gate, and get them onto the surgeon's table. If you hear this noise, then you must rush back to the cemetery and hide so that the policeman doesn't spot you. A second whistle means you can go again. The first person to get all their bodies to the surgeon's table and grab their dodgy money is the winner. 3, 2, 1. So here we go then with the Victorian grave robbing, and they're straight away through the railings and grabbing their first corpse, which they're going to put on those wheelbarrows and wheel them towards the surgeon's table. And Phoebe's already off, and there's Maisie. You can see there just how wobbly those trolleys are. And Andrew in the background. They're all over the place, they really are. Now what they've got to do here is plunder a key from the pocket of the corpse and open those gates. And I notice Phoebe's through.
already through.
Yes, and there is Andrew delivering his first dead body. Maisie having 1 or 2 problems with the lock, but I think she's through now. Yes, so they're all underway.
That's one body each.
They've all stolen 1 corpse and donated it to medical science, which is exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Although I say donated, Rattus, they are, of course, getting paid a sackload of dodgy cash for doing this. But that's the black market for you. It works like that, and who are we to question it? Well, here they go. Look at this. Oh, and there's a body off. A body is off Phoebe's trolley. She's having to wrestle that back on. That's taking the time. These trolleys really are playing up today. They're wobbling about all over the place, as they're designed to, but they're causing havoc for our contestants here. And Andrew forges into the lead, but there's the policeman. There's the policeman's whistle. Now they've got to get back. They've got to get out of sight, and they've got to keep absolutely quiet, because the repercussions of being caught by this policeman here will be absolutely awful. Here he comes. Look at him casting his beady eye around the cemetery, just hoping to arrest a grave robber. Our grave robber's keeping nicely out of sight at the moment, though, Rattus. Yes, it's going to be a forlorn night for that copper. He's found absolutely no one. Oh, I think they're back on, and they're back on. back to the position they were in when the whistle first blew to pick up from there. And as we can see, Maisie is marginally in the lead. Phoebe, though, equalising. She brings herself level with the other two. They've all got 2 corpses each. This is incredibly close. Maisie now taking the lead just. And this is the 3rd corpse we're on here. This is Andrew's 3rd corpse. This is Maisie's 3rd corpse. Phoebe stuck in the railings.
Andrew's there.
He's just got to pick up the money, the dodgy money that he's been paid for all this stealing of the dead bodies. He's just got to get through the railings and he's won it. And he has done it. Andrew is our champion grave robber. Good lad. Welcome back, grave robbers. Andrew, pick up your year sphere. Lovely. You know the drill. In the late 1820s, when Queen Victoria was just a child, infamous grave robbers Burke and Hare stole corpses to sell to doctors. They were making a nice profit, but soon ran out of fresh corpses to steal, so they didn't just dig up the dead. Burke and Hare actually started murdering people.
Funny, I once knew a Hare who was a right Burke.
Yeah, I think you may have just ruined the melodrama of the moment.
Apologies.
No, that's fine. I'm getting used to it. So, it is now time to count up those year spheres. Looking at you, I can see that Phoebe has 3, Andrew has 3, and Maisie doesn't have any. However, Maisie, a score of 0 could be enough to win this whole competition. So don't despair. All right, Phoebe, let's open up your first year sphere. Oh, it's 1323 BC, the death of Tutankhamun. Well, that's a little bit better. That's 1770 AD. Captain Cook claims Australia for Britain that year. And 1605 AD, which was, of course, the gunpowder plot by Guy Fawkes. That gives you a total of 2,052. Sadly, Maisie, that means that you can no longer win, but it does mean that you can still come second if Andrew gets a high BC sphere. Let's have a look what you've got, Andrew. 212 BC. It's bad, but it's not a disaster. It's the death of the Greek inventor and scientist Archimedes that year. 1099 AD, the First Crusade. It's all going to come down to the turn of this final sphere. What have you got? It's 1536 AD, the year that Anne Boleyn was executed. That gives you a final total of 2,423, which means that today's winner is Andrew. He'll be walking away with the prize. You excited right now?
Yeah.
Well, make the most of it, because you're about to be horribly disappointed, I'm afraid. Come on, Rattus, what old tat have you fished out of the time sewers for us today?
Well, what would make a better prize than a hugely valuable ornate cutlass? To which the answer is this, a genuine pirate's eyeball, lost to just such a cutlass.
Rattus, even by your low standards, that is an awful prize.
You're the one who said go eye-catching.
No, I said go and get something eye-catching.
Oh, right. Well, anyway, Andrew, congratulations.
Andrew, well done. I'm just sorry it's an eyeball.
Fine.
Good, you happy with that?
Yeah.
It just remains for me to say thanks to our winner, Andrew, and thanks to our fantastic runners-up, Phoebe and Maisie, and no thanks whatsoever to Rattus.
No, I just keep coming back.
You've been watching Gory Games. Goodbye.
Was that show messy enough for you? Or would you have preferred a little more poo? Have you had your fill of blood, guts and gore? Or have we left you still wanting more? Well, keep watching. We'll be back again with Horrible Histories Gory Games. Horrible Histories Gory Games.
Oh, hi there. Haven't met you before. Here, have a quick photograph. There we go. Nice one. Thank you very much.
Guys, hi. Welcome back to Steve Dawes with me, Ian, him Dawes, and...
Oh, hi. How y'all doing there? How are you? Hey.
Yonky Yankee Yento Yonko.
I can't hear him.
Yankee Yonko.
Hello, I'm talking to you.
He's a bit of an idiot.
Oh, hey, I know what you're doing here. I know what you're doing. I've been watching y'all all afternoon. Let me try this out. Okay. Hi there. Welcome to CABC. I'm here to tell you now that new Horrible Histories is coming up next. No doubt all about the American history and about the South. So you know about the Civil War, young man, Robert E. Lee? Wait, what? Yeah, hello? What?
Look, Chris Yonko, right, our CBBC presenter is linking to the next show. He's by that brick wall, and he's dead excited about it.
Wait a minute, you say
Don't
that-
ruin it for him.
You have a fella called Yonko?
Yes.
That is the dumbest name I ever heard.
If he finds out you're here, he'll
I'm
squash
sorry, boy.
you.
He will
No,
squash you.
He'll
Stretching
squash
upset
you.
me today. I'm in too good a mood. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Just yonking around. Hey. Hello. Excuse me, sir. If I'm so bold as to say so, we look mighty similar.
That's amazing. Do me a little favour, though. Do you mind getting away from my brick wall?
Well, I was just walking around here, taking in all the scenic views of the brightest countryside. Like, let's hear brick walls, nothing to it.
Yeah, but could you do it away from my brick wall?
Excuse me? You see, I got to present into the next show, and I can't do that if you're stuck.